Samara Beth Hurley, a powerhouse in the art of brand transformation through untapped event experiences. With over 30 years of mastery, she's redefined what it means to create moments that don't just inspire, but leave lasting impressions. From helping to craft groundbreaking experiences for Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, American Express, and Merrill Lynch, to planning countless events that have driven measurable impact, her work goes far beyond logistics. It's about building unforgettable brand equity. Samara's expertise has been spotlighted in Ciao Bella magazine, the Houston Business Journal, and ESPN Radio established her as a trusted authority in experiential branding.
She is hands down the best meeting planner that I know. She's a meeting planner extraordinaire.
I learned so much, but not only that, I was able to be reminded the power of networking and was able to book several speaking engagements for myself to be able to help caregivers learn how to burn their burnout and make themselves a priority.
She brings a unique style to the event. She takes the stress out of the event, as well as I've mentioned before, delivers the value to the audience.
The words that I would use to describe her with what she does is, number one, excellence, quality, and I would just say overall amazing. So definitely, I would highly recommend Samara Beth and Company.
From inspiring global audiences to sharing stages with renowned authors, coaches, celebrities, and athletes, Samara Beth empowers others to rise, thrive, and lead. As the founder of Samara Beth and Company, she creates cutting-edge programs that build resilient, purpose-driven brands. Guided by her belief that every brand deserves to stand out, Samara turns bold visions into lasting legacies that demand attention in a fast-paced world. Through her exclusive brand experience blueprint and networking with intention workshops, Samara Beth equips clients to turn challenges into purpose-driven success. Her commitment to transformation gives them the strength and clarity to create lasting, authentic impact. Empowering events to drive companies and brands forward.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I'm Samara Beth, and I'm thrilled to share with you the transformative power of creating extraordinary branded events and experiences. So today we're going to explore how the WIN, W-I-N, your brand, the power of event experience, and how your brand can elevate your business and your life. But first, let me share a little bit about myself and why I'm so passionate about helping others succeed. Let me take you back in time. Imagine this: 30 years of producing corporate, social, nonprofit events, winning national awards. After 22 years of marriage, after a divorce, my husband became my husband. I find myself standing in a new empty home office in my 30th home, 13th city, hours after my dad had a stroke. Fear of starting yet another events business, fear of being a single mom, fear of losing our home and my daddy. Weeks later, I'm lying in the hospice bed next to my father, who you see there, who taught me what resilience truly means. At 80, he was still a practicing attorney, an entrepreneur who started with nothing and built a legacy. He never gave up. Like many of you, I've had to start over, and oh boy, have I wanted to give up. But years of setbacks and traumas taught me resilience, which led to my nickname, Lil Bamboo. Bamboo is one of nature's strongest materials, bending through life's storms without breaking. So I built the WIN pillars to coach others to create exclusive branded events and retreats. WIN. We'll go through that in a little bit later. So I want to know, are you ready to position your brand as the go-to leader in the industry? I'm Samara Beth, and it is time to make your mark and take massive action. With my WIN pillars, we will gain clarity, creativity, and community before you invest or waste time and money in producing impactful, successful events. Together, we're going to grow strong, resilient, and wealthy like badass bamboo. This isn't just another webinar. This is a transformative session where we'll unlock the power of events to elevate your brand, increase your revenue, and create unforgettable experiences. I want to take a moment to appreciate you. Whether you're an entrepreneur, an event planner, marketer, business owner, we are here because you see the power of events to grow your brand, and that puts you ahead of the game. You're most likely an entrepreneur, business owner, coach, speaker, author, meeting planner, or inspiring retreat or event planner who wants to scale your brand, increase revenue, and create powerful, unforgettable event experiences that will build that loyalty and engagement. Maybe this is you if you don't feel as legitimate as people who are, like you may feel this imposter syndrome. Maybe you have had better branding and live experiences and they seem to have this cult-like following and you don't have the people that they have, but you know your training and your coaching is just as good as theirs, right? Any of you? Maybe you get people on the sales calls and you find out, wow, they just spent 20 grand or even 30 grand with this other coach and you're only charging $500 or 3,000 and you're wondering, how do they possibly make that much money, right? Or even people, oh gosh, are you charging 1,500 or 3,000 or whatever and people are like iffy. Like, what? I don't know if I want to spend that kind of money. Maybe you tried the old methods that no longer work. So when a format is multisensory, you're storytelling, you're giving more value and less marketing and selling. So how do you incorporate these to host amazing events that will be attended with these loyal communities? This is why everyone and those who do these other things are failing events. They lost that element of emotion and connection. So here's some of the old methods that don't work. So standard conferences and seminars with no emotional connection, leading to disengaged attendees. People don't want that. Basic networking events that fail to create lasting impact. Marketing focused launches that don't offer interactive experiences. Relying solely on digital marketing without in-person engagement, leading to weak brand loyalty. How about do-it-yourself event planning without a strategic revenue model, causing financial loss? I mean, there's a lot of missed opportunities with the do-it-yourself event planning. You can't be everywhere for everything. So let me ask you, do you want to create high impact revenue generating brand experiences that captivate your audience, increase authority, and convert attendees into loyal customers? Do you want to elevate your brand, increase revenue, and create experiences that deeply connect with your audience? Do you want to be seen as leaders in your industry with high ticket clients and partnerships flowing to you effortlessly? How about those fears, huh? Maybe you fear hosting events that fail to convert, wasting time and money. How about low attendance or engagement leading to damaged product reputation? Being seen as just another business owner instead of an industry leader. Losing opportunities to competitors who create better brand experiences. Not knowing how to monetize events effectively. Tired of trying to figure it out alone and want a proven system that works and someone to come to with questions? Why do most events fail? The problem is most events fail because they focus too much on marketing instead of experience, selling from stage instead of storytelling, logistics instead of emotional connection. How do you make yours unforgettable? So events that sell over and over again, like Tony Robbins' massive stadium events, or Grant Cardone's, they succeed because they create a multi-sensory, story-driven experience that, number one, keeps attendees coming back. Number two, turns attendees into local brand advocates, which is where you get your cult-like. People say, it's a cult, kind of is, but that's why they have a big following. It grows organically as people bring their friends, but that also takes time. The solution is to design events that don't just attract attendees once, but keep them engaged, excited, and eager to return. That's what you're going to learn a little bit today. How to create unforgettable revenue generating experiences that scale effortlessly. Now I want to invite you to close your eyes, put your feet on the ground, hands out. Picture yourself walking into a space that instantly captivates you, a place where every detail resonates with your values and aspirations. Just take a deep breath and smell. What do you smell? What do you see? How do you feel? Are there goosebumps around your whole body? Who's there? Envision hosting a packed out, unforgettable event where attendees are engaged, loyal, and eager to buy. They want to be seen as leaders in your industry. You've got high ticket clients and partnerships flowing to you effortlessly. Imagine in as little as 6 months from now that you've raised your prices 5 to 10-fold and you've got people eagerly signing up without objection to your program. Imagine in as little as 6 to 12 months from now, you're walking on stage of your own event to a packed room of people excited to be there to learn from you. Imagine in as little as 6 to 12 months from now, you've got other industry leaders and big names contacting you, asking to see how they can get on your stage and how you can get on theirs. That's the magic of a brand experience. And today I'm going to show you a glimpse on how we create that magic. It's about more than events, it's about stages, and it's about connections. But more importantly, it's about transformations. As we move through this session, you're going to notice prompts to take action. This is where the magic happens. And when you roll up your sleeves and apply what you learn, I encourage you to stay engaged, drop your questions in the chat. I can answer them at the end. Take notes. There'll be game-changing insights you won't want to forget. And stick around. I have a special bonus for those who stay until the end. It's a tool that will help you immediately implement what you learned today. Does that sound good? Amazing. Put yes in the chat. So that's what we're going to go through for a moment here, but you may have to drop off earlier. Something may happen. You get a call or something, and you just want a quick answer. And if this is going to work for you or not, based on your specific situation, I need you just to click the link. It's in the chat. We're going to book a quick 15-minute strategy win call with you. And then what's going to happen is we're going to look at your specific situation and give you a quick answer. Everyone's at a different point in their career or entrepreneurial journey, and it might lead to an additional coaching Zoom. We'll just have to determine that on our first call. This is an evaluation call where we can look at your current audience size, evaluate your offer, niche, price points. We'll put in your program. We'll figure out how to put this into the program. And once you add events to it, we'll see where you need to go from where you're at in your business to see if this makes sense to or works for you. So we'll start with a quick 15-minute call, but then we're going to move into, hopefully, into a Zoom if we see that this is something that will work for you. So why does this matter? Because your business and your life deserves more than ordinary. My why started with a desire to create a legacy for my family on vacations as business trips while empowering others. Think about your why. Let it guide you as we embark on this journey together. Here's an example of how this works. One client transformed their struggling business into a thriving brand by simply realigning their event strategy with their core values. That's the power of intentional branding. The Brand Experience Blueprint is a step-by-step program designed to help CEOs, retreat and event planners, entrepreneurs, transform their events into high-impact, revenue-generating experiences. Through 7 in-depth pre-recorded modules, handouts, and a bonus, you'll learn proven strategies to captivate audiences, drive engagement, and elevate your brand. Then we have group coaching for those who want to be part of learning with one another, as well as community group where you can engage and connect with one another. So the goal here is to bring you guys together, to work on this together, but we also have the self-driven, which is another way to learn and keep going back. Every journey has a why, and this is mine. I believe in the power of transformation, not just for business, but for people. My why started as a desire to create a life that wasn't just about survival, but about thrival, from building something meaningful for my family, my clients, and the communities that I serve. When you think of my why, I see the faces of those who attended my events and courses and my live course is what you see there, and walked away feeling empowered, inspired, excited, motivated, and ready to take action. I think of my kids who've watched me overcome challenges and build a life that I'm proud of. Now I want you to think about your why. What drives you? What impact do you want to create in the world? As you reflect on this, imagine the possibilities when your vision becomes reality. Okay, so together we're going to unlock those possibilities. And you can scale your brand, increase revenue, and create unforgettable brand experiences by using the WIN framework on your own or as a group, which I prefer. That's what we're going to do to go through in a moment. And if you have to drop off early, we just want to make sure that you have the quick call. The link is in the chat. And we'll have a winning strategy call to see how we can strategize your next steps in the program. We have several coaching options, courses, workbooks, handouts, and more. We want to make sure that as we're guiding you, you're starting in that right access point. So now let's get right to the point, shall we? Why are we here? The reason this webinar exists is simple. Too many people are running events that are draining, ineffective, or forgettable. It's kind of frustrating for me. Whether you're a coach, speaker, entrepreneur, or business owner, you need events that don't just happen, they need to work for you. They should elevate your brand. Excuse me, I need some water. Expand your influence. And most importantly, they should drive real revenue. They should serve your purpose. It may not be revenue for you. You know, in many cases, people don't care about making money. They're building a community, they're educating, it's nonprofit, whatever it may be. So that's where the WIN pillars are going to come in. In today's session, I'm going to walk you through a proven blueprint that ensures your events are more than just gatherings. They become transformational experiences that build trust, attract your ideal audience, and generate income. By the end of the webinar, you'll have a clear, actionable roadmap to creating events that leave a lasting impact and, most importantly, help you scale. Sound good? Let's go. So I want to take a moment to share something big with you. It's our big, hairy, audacious goal, bag hag, or as I like to call it, our mission with muscle. In the next 10 years, we're set to, this is we as in Samara Beth & Co., Samara Beth & Company, me, Samara Beth, we're set to empower 10 million people to confidently create an impactful brand with memorable events and retreats, no matter the challenges they face. And we're doing this using the proven strategies, products, and services that we've developed. Why? Because I believe that every brand has the potential to create powerful, unforgettable experiences. Experiences that don't just attract people, but transform them. Whether you're a coach, a speaker, entrepreneur, event planner, your message and your event should work for you, not against you. This isn't just about putting on great events. It's about creating movements, building legacies, and scaling impact. And today you're stepping into this journey with us. So if you're ready to be part of this mission, you know, to create events and retreats that truly move people and elevate your brand, then let's get started. And I want you to know that I've made many mistakes. So we're all growing and we're all learning from my mistakes and mistakes that other planners have made that are in my community. So this isn't just about running events, it's about transformation. The end result of everything we teach, coach, and deliver is called the valuable final product. At Samara Beth & Company, we create highly trained, confident, motivated, resilient, and successful businesses. Businesses that are crystal clear on their brands and know exactly how to leverage revenue-generating events, retreats, and impactful experiences. Because when you have clarity, confidence, and the right strategy, your events don't just fill seats, they create movements, drive income, and position you as an industry leader. That's what we're building here. That's what you're about to step into. I want you to type "let's go" in the chat if you are in. Now let's talk about the foundation of everything we do, the WIN. WIN isn't just a concept, it's a proven framework that transforms the way you create events, retreats, and experiences. It's literally my life. Remember all these other ways of doing events, right? That we talked about? Boring seminars, masterminds, conferences, massive conventions. So here's an example, ClickFunnels. I was just with Russell Brunson recently. ClickFunnels is very famous. They had their last big ClickFunnel event this year. 10X Stages and GrowthCon for Grant Cardone, 10X GrowthCon. Last event is in March. It's actually March 19th to 21st in Las Vegas. I am a TEDx certified business coach, and I can get you tickets at any of the remaining levels. So text or email me for the link or put in the chat 10x. And if you want to do that, then we can go ahead and email you the link or text it to you. So again, that's coming up too. So why are there fewer larger events? There are people doing them, and there are more profitable, and they're bigger than ever. So here's the reason why. You're probably wondering it, I'm sure. These events have become too much money. They've lost personal connection. They've turned them into sales mechanisms. Am I right? If you get that feeling when you go to these things, put right in the chat. Thank you. Let's go through resilience, my little bamboo to badass bamboo. Willpower. That's first. The mindset and strategy to push through obstacles and execute powerful events. That's the definition of willpower. Innovation. How to design immersive, engaging experiences that captivate your audience. Networking. The key to expanding your influence, building relationships, and maximizing event success. When these three pillars come together, you create events that don't just happen, they leave a lasting impact, and they strengthen your brand, increase your revenue, and position you as the go-to expert in your space. In the next few slides, I'm going to break each one down and show you exactly how to apply them to your brand experience blueprint. Let's start with willpower, because without the right mindset and strategy, nothing else works, right? So before we dive into the pillar, I want you to hear a quick story, because nothing proves the power of win like real success stories. This is Christina Baca said, Samara instilled in me a sense of resilience that I carry with me every day. She taught me that failure is not the end, but just a stepping stone to something greater. Her guidance helped me not only build my business, but also develop the mental and emotional strength to handle the challenges that come with it. And perhaps most importantly, she taught me to trust my intuition, to trust I have the power to create the life I want. Thank you, Christina. She was in my courses, several courses. Now it's time for you to do the work. Let's make this real for you. Grab a notebook, open your notes app, whatever works best for you, and take a moment to reflect, okay? So number one, write down one instance when you need to be resilient. A time when things didn't go as planned, but you pushed through. Just write the word resilient. Number two, write down one creative way you could be more innovative with your brand. I want you to think outside the box. How can you stand out? So just write creative way, innovate with your brand. Number three, write down 3 networking or social groups you're a part of. These are potential collaborators, clients, and partners. You're leveraging them. It can also be Facebook groups. Now take a minute to jot them all down. And if you feel comfortable, drop one of your answers in the chat. The more you engage, the more you're going to get out of this session. And I don't want you to miss anything. So if you need to go back to it, you can. Excellent. So now it's time to take action. Clarity without action gets you nowhere. So you just reflected on your resilience, creativity, and network, and now it's time to put them to work. Success in branding, events, and business isn't about waiting for that perfect moment. It's about creating momentum. Here's what I want you to do next. Pick one thing from what you just wrote down and commit to taking action on it this week. Just one thing. Maybe it's reaching out to a connection in the network. Maybe it's testing an innovative idea for your brand. Maybe it's embracing resilience in challenging you're currently facing. Maybe whatever it is, action beats intention every time. So just type I'm in the chat. I'm in the chat if you're committed to making a move this week, because the win mindset isn't just about learning, it's about doing. And those who take action are the ones who truly see results. Do you remember the old methods that no longer work that we talked about? Events have become too much of a sales mechanism. Sell from stage, pitch, 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 pitch. It's a desperation, no connection. Click again in the chat to book a 15-minute win strategy call with me so you can determine what your next step should be. Whether registering for one of the courses, working with us one-on-one, coaching, or producing the events for you, there's lots of options, but I want to see where you need to go in your business and where you're at. So willpower is the inner strength to commit to your vision and overcome obstacles. For example, one of my clients faced a last-minute event cancellation for her caterer. Through sheer determination and my global contacts, we restructured the plan, resulting in a wildly successful pivot. Better than it would have been. Way better, actually. So here's your willpower roadmap. Develop inner strength to overcome challenges. Build resilience by committing to your vision. Leverage tools to stay motivated even in tough times. See? Simple. Right? Not so simple. Not so simple in real life, right? So simply put, in definition, willpower is the mental and emotional strength needed to take consistent action. The purpose is it keeps you focused on long-term goals even when obstacles arise. Willpower is the ability to hold your vision steady regardless of the storm. Now, I'm going to give you data results for each one of these. We'll get into way more detail when we do the courses, but the general idea, and you can screenshot this, is you identify your goals and challenges day one, you create an actionable resilience plan a week later, 2 weeks later, you're tracking progress and celebrating your small wins, and 30 days later, you're evaluating success from refined strategies. And we do this whole process in our group coaching, which is fun because we do it together. So the progression of your journey with Samarbeth or Samarbeth & Co. with me. So first, you're going to start here on the bottom left, where you're going to win your brand webinar, which is where you are today. So congratulations, you made a great start. You're going to gain insights into the WIN framework and learn to create extraordinary branded experiences. Okay, that's today. Then you're going to jump to the Win Your Brand course. The Win Your Brand Power of Event Experience is the event experience blueprint. You'll dive deeper into the strategies of willpower, innovation, and networking. You'll have exclusive tools and frameworks for your event success. And then you'll be ready with your brand to move forward into the Ultimate Retreat Revenue Masterclass, which is really not just retreats, it's for all kinds of events. I do want to note the Ultimate Retreat Workbook is a comprehensive guide to planning impactful retreats. Bonus templates and checklists are included, and you can get those on Amazon. We will drop the link in there as well, or you can purchase it and have it delivered to you. It's Amazon Prime, delivery free if you have Prime. Then you're going to level up to the Paid to Vacation Retreat Revenue Masterclass, which is where you're going to discover the TRIPS blueprint to monetize retreats, master advanced strategies to increase revenue and enjoy free vacations. And then, of course, the Ultimate Bucket List Planner, also available on Amazon, is a comprehensive planner to planning your bucket list dreams. There's bonus templates, checklists, and journals included. And when you're on my DMs in Instagram, you'll notice that you can actually download it for free when you DM me on Instagram. So I think you can do the word bucket list and it comes up for free. Or just comment on my stories and my posts, and then I think it pops up. But if it doesn't, let me know. We can send you the link. So building connections. Oh, there we go. The link is in the chat. Build connections, community of retreat and event planners. So that is like the final thing that we all want to do, is have this ongoing cult-like connections community of retreat and event planners, coaches, people, your clients, whoever your clients are, your ideal client. You'll collaborate with like-minded professionals and partner on projects and explore travel opportunities. And the truth is, I just want to know one thing. Are you ready? Are you ready to transform? Are you ready to join the movement today? Well, let me tell you. This is my story of willpower and resilience regarding having to move frequently and start over with my business or work for other companies. My husband, yes, I said husband, of 22 years was a submarine officer in the Navy and oil gas construction expat. So we moved every 3 months to 1 year to 3 years to new states and even country, Canada and back. While raising a son with autism, losing a son with giant omphalocele, and then our daughter who had many health challenges growing up. I look back and think, how the heck did I get through all that while my husband at the time was always traveling out of state or country or on a submarine without communication for months? And moving businesses, starting over, working for others. Sometimes I was working 3 different jobs along with my Pampered Chef or my events business until it took off. Plus, I was a freelance meeting planner for all my clients, pharmaceutical clients that I had, and other clients from New York. I mean, as you just heard in my story, I've had to start over more times than I can count. New cities, new networks, new businesses, but through it all, one thing remained constant: my willpower to keep going, to rebuild, rise stronger every single time. That same willpower is what separates brands that thrive from those that fade. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back, it's about bouncing forward. Every setback, every challenge, every unexpected change is an opportunity to reinvent, refine, and reinforce your brand. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Your brand success is not about avoiding obstacles. It's about overcoming them. There will be moments when things do not go as planned. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is their ability to adapt, stay focused, and keep pushing forward. We saw that during the pandemic. Your audience, your clients, your brand partners, they're going to trust you more when they see that you don't quit. Willpower is the foundation of a brand that lasts. If you believe in what you're building, you'll find the strength to push through. Pivot when necessary, stay committed to your vision. So ask yourself this: where do you need more willpower in your brand right now? Drop it in the chat, write it down. Let's reinforce this together. Yes, you're going to learn something today. This is not just a sales webinar like a lot of the other ones. The purpose of Willpower Reinforce is to solidify the mindset that resilience and determination are non-negotiable for long-term success in branding, business, and event creation. So willpower is going to serve to, number one, reinforce the importance of resilience. Your audience needs to understand that setbacks are inevitable, but willpower determines whether they grow or give up. Number two, strengthen commitment to their brand and vision. It reminds them that their success is built on their ability to push forward, even when things get tough. Number three, build emotional connection. By sharing a personal story and encouraging self-reflection, it makes the lesson relatable and inspiring. It also increases engagement. Number four, the last one, is encourage action. By asking them where they need more willpower in their brand, it shifts them from passive listening to actively applying the lesson. Resilience and determination are non-negotiable. It's okay if you're not catching all of this because it is part of the course and you can get the recording. It's one thing to talk about resilience and willpower, but let's talk about what happens when you actually apply it. I've seen firsthand how unwavering willpower transforms businesses, and I'm not the only one. Nathan's case study, The Power of Resilience in Business, he actually sent this to me. Here's what he said. When I first started integrating AI and automation into my business, I faced resistance, from my own doubts to market skepticism. There were moments when things didn't work as planned, when strategies failed, and when it felt easier to quit. But I kept showing up, adjusting, refining, and trusting the process. All right, listen to this. Fast forward, and that persistence paid off. Not only have I successfully streamlined my operations, saved countless hours, and scaled my business, but I've also helped countless entrepreneurs do the same, turning their overwhelm into structured, scalable success. This is proof that when you refuse to give up, when you keep showing up, and even when things are hard, your brand becomes unstoppable. And here's what's even more powerful. Your audience, your clients, your community are all watching you. They don't just buy from brands, they buy from people they trust. And trust is built through consistency and resilience. So let me ask you something. What story is your brand telling right now? Are you showing up as a brand that perseveres, adapts, and thrives? Or are you letting challenges hold you back? Drop a yes in the chat if you're committed to showing up with willpower, no matter what. So this quote by Winston Churchill perfectly embodies the strength of willpower and resilience that we're going to talk about today. So in business, branding, and life, success isn't about never facing challenges or setbacks. It's actually about the courage to keep moving forward, to innovate and rebuild. Let this be a reminder that every challenge is an opportunity to show your strength and reinforce your brand story. Your audience is looking to you for that courage, and you have everything it takes to deliver. I love it. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Amen, Winston Churchill. Where have you needed resilience in your life? Book a winning strategy call. The link is back in the chat. For those who have to drop off, make sure you go ahead and grab it and do that now so that we can see how we can strategize your next steps to starting, growing, or scaling your business. I'm going to tell you right now, we do not run a cookie cutter business. Very customized. So let's dive into the second pillar of win, innovation. Innovation is all about thinking differently and creating experiences that stand out. It's about looking at what everyone else is doing and doing something completely unique to captivate your audience. Now, you can obviously grow from what they're doing and borrow certain ideas. So let me walk you through the innovation roadmap. It's a simple but powerful 3-step guide to bring creativity and originality to your brand experiences. Number 1, think creatively to solve problems. Innovation begins with mindset. Every challenge is an opportunity to think differently. So instead of seeing roadblocks, ask yourself, what's a fresh way to tackle this? Creativity is the first step to innovation. Number 2, introduce unique elements to your brand experiences. Memorable brands don't just meet expectations, they exceed them. Surprise and delight your audience by adding something unexpected. Whether it's interactive technology, powerful storytelling, or engaging all 5 senses, these elements make your events truly unforgettable. So number 3 is stay ahead of industry trends by embracing innovation. So to stay relevant, you have to evolve. Pay attention to trends, not just in your industry, but across all industries. Test new ideas, adapt quickly, position yourself as a leader. Innovation isn't about being reactive, it's about being proactive. I actually got a lot of ideas from movies, TV shows, books, things like that to implement for events and retreats. So when you follow this roadmap, you don't just create events, you create experiences that people will never forget. The definition of innovation is applying fresh ideas to enhance experiences and solve challenges. The purpose is it differentiates your brand and captivates your audience. Simply put, innovation turns ordinary into extraordinary by imagining what's possible. Here's an example. A meeting integrated video trivia game shows, the trivia game shows are so fun. They're my favorite. And we gamify and immerse participants in this fun learning environment. And it really does lead to 90% higher engagement with the team building aspect, plus added bonus of laughing, dancing, movement, memory, and icebreaker. And I say 90% because you've got it's probably more than that, but you do have some people who just don't participate in anything. That's their thing. But it's so much fun, so engaging, great photo apps, great ice breaking, great team building and bonding and learning. So again, the innovation data results. So you have your timeline of data showing results. You can take a screenshot of that. Day 1 will be brainstorming unique elements for your event or brand. A week later, we'll implement one innovative feature in a small project. 2 weeks later, we'll gather feedback and adjust. And day 30, you're going to measure engagement and success rates. And we do all that as part of the course. So put in the chat, how does this impact you? And you can screenshot this about willpower, innovation, and networking. But when is the time that you had to keep going and not give up? Write it down. When have you implemented an idea that was extraordinary? Write it down. What communities do you have around you? Write it down. If you can't get it all down to right now, that's fine. Let's move on. Just screenshot it and you can take a look at it later. We also will go through this in great detail in group coaching. Here's an example. One of my clients was struggling to engage their audience during events, and traditional methods were not cutting it. So their attendees were losing interest. And we introduced interactive elements like augmented reality. Suddenly, their event wasn't just another gathering, it became an immersive experience that had people talking for weeks. That single shift revolutionized their approach, drove higher engagement, and left their audience eager for more. Innovation is the difference between being forgettable and unforgettable. So I ask you, what's one way that you could innovate with your brand or events to make them stand out? I want you to think bold, fresh, and different. Put it in the chat. And technology is just a big part of all of it. You got to keep up with it. Let me walk you through the innovation roadmap. A simple but powerful 3-step guide to bringing creativity and originality to your brand experiences. Ready to write this down? Whoops. Think creatively to solve problems. Innovation begins with mindset. Every challenge is an opportunity to think differently. So instead of seeing roadblocks, ask yourself, what's a fresh way to tackle this? Creativity is the first step in innovation. Introduce unique elements to your brand experiences. That's number 2. Introduce unique elements to your brand experiences. Number one is think creatively to solve problems. Number two is introduce unique elements to your brand experiences. Memorable brands don't just meet expectations, they exceed them. Surprise and delight your audience by adding something unexpected. Whether it's interactive technology, powerful storytelling, or engaging all five senses, these elements make your events truly unforgettable. Stay ahead of industry trends by embracing innovation is number three. To stay relevant, you have to evolve. You just do. Pay attention to trends. Like I said, not just in your industries, test new ideas, adapt quickly, position yourself as a leader. Innovation is not about being reactive, it's about being proactive if you want to win. And when you follow this roadmap, you don't just create events, you create experiences people will never forget. So innovation isn't just about being different, it's about staying relevant, standing out, connecting with your audience in ways that they didn't expect, and they're not going to forget it. And the purpose of innovation is to solve problems creatively so your brand stays adaptable, to engage your audience deeply with your experiences that captivate, inspire, to differentiate your brand in a crowded marketplace. When you innovate, you create opportunities for lasting impact, growth, connection. Innovation is going to keep your brand alive, fresh, and impactful. Innovation doesn't always have to mean using the latest technology. It's about creating fresh, engaging, and memorable experiences that resonate with your audience. And we actually have 10 innovative ideas that you can implement. But because of time, you just join us in the course, and I will give you a lot more of this information. So here's some social proof for you. Innovation is powerful because it drives engagement and leaves a lasting impression. Here's one example that really stands out to me is Johnson & Johnson Pharmaceuticals' approach at CES, which is the Consumer Electric big conference in Las Vegas every year. So to attract both customers and VIPs at the trade show floor and private events, we created an immersive and interactive experience that showcased their cutting edge healthcare technologies on the trade show floor and the private events. And their event wasn't just a static presentation, it was dynamic, it was hands-on. Attendees could engage directly with their products and innovations. So we incorporated these interactive elements, and J&J didn't just demonstrate their products, they created an emotional connection with their audience. And the result is creating this buzz, stronger relationship with VIPs, and a deeper brand impact. And we did private events and spaces at the restaurants that are tied to, Nordstrom, Neiman's, those kind of places, those venues. We gut them out. We create these experiences throughout them. And this is the power of innovation. And when you think differently and execute creatively, you don't just attract people, you move them. So what's one innovative way you could create a similar level of impact with your events or brand experiences? Can you write something down, like one innovation? Write it down, put it in the chat, whatever makes you feel good about it. It's really easy a lot of times if you're typing your answers down instead of writing them on paper, to copy and paste them into the chat. And you can see some people do that because they're in these groups a lot. So why now? Well, innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Duh, look at Steve Jobs. It's important. That's why. Ready to transform? Join the movement today. We have a community for those who join our Brand Experience Blueprint and Retreat Revenue Masterclass courses. So networking is the third pillar in my win. Networking is the art of creating connections. I have seen firsthand how strategic partnerships turn events into powerful platforms for growth. For instance, leveraging a VIP network helped one of my clients double their event attendance. It's true. Here's a roadmap for networking. Build and nurture meaningful relationships, leverage connections to amplify your impact, create opportunities for collaboration and growth. You can screenshot these if you can't write them quick enough. That's okay. Definition of networking is building authentic relationships that create mutual value. The purpose is it opens doors to opportunities and enhances the impact of your brand. Network is simply about who you know, or is it about who knows you? That's right. Most importantly, who knows you and who trusts you. It's trust. Trust is a big word for 2025. Here's an example. A strategic partnership helped a client double their event attendance and secure valuable sponsorships. That's important. And I will say that Grant Cardone always says it's who you know. It's not as much of who you know, it's who knows you. And it's really true. So once again, you can screenshot the networking data results. It's just a little different for each one. of what you'll do day 1, 7, 14, and 30. We do that all together when we're in our group, but we're going to move on for time's sake. So this is how you create powerful networking. First, you clarify your goals, then you show up strategically, then you add a lot of value first, and then you follow up consistently. Oh, just like that. You can take a screenshot of that if you want. So here's an example. You can go through it, you can see all my different hairstyles. When I owned Celebrations by Samara in Houston, Texas, I, number one, clarified my goals. I wanted to be on the cover of magazines, win awards, chair events on stage, have a team working in my office, and have a big, growing, successful team. So what did I do? I showed up strategically. I chaired school fundraising events. I was room mom. I volunteered at industry organizations. I wanted to build a successful business while still raising my kids and dropping them off and picking them up from school. So to do that, I added value first. I chaired the events for the schools. I volunteered. I taught entertaining etiquette and etiquette for organizations and after school academies. I took interns in. I was a special guest at universities. I was in public relations and hospitality classes at the schools. I would go and teach for them. I got a lot of interns that way. I followed up, or staff. I followed up consistently. Clients were in front of me all the time, and I was following up with them and having meetings, presenting and going through my proposals. It was a little bit more challenging for me because a lot of my clients were the parents at the schools that I worked at and the religious organizations I was in and all that. So I ended up having them always in front of me a little too much, but they were friends and clients. Yes, I actually managed that for 12 years where friends were clients. It was unbelievable. So here's how to create powerful networking. Again, number one, clarify your goals. Number two, show up strategically. Number three, add value first. And number four, follow up consistently. And I want you to define your purposes of networking. It's building connections, finding partners, expanding that influence, and be present at the right events. Engage in meaningful conversations and have a clear value proposition. Offer support, resources, or insights before asking for anything in return, and follow consistently by maintaining relationships, by following up, providing ongoing value, and staying connected. I have to say, though, as a 10X certified business coach at Grant Cardone, I do integrate what I learned from the master of sales. He's in my business, and he is you're literally getting coached by a billionaire. Even though I'm not a billionaire myself yet, you are getting it through me, and it's amazing. As a licensee, I can teach all of his programs. I have all of his workbooks, his PowerPoint presentations, and his marketing materials. So we can learn from all he does, which I learn every day with the team, the executive team and sales team. And so you're getting to learn what I learn. And I pay way more for that than what you're paying for my group and one-on-one courses. I assure you, we definitely could get you on Cardone University, which is a fantastic resource. And I can coach you, accountability coach you along with that and this. So networking, what's the purpose? It might seem obvious to many of you, but the purpose of networking is to build authentic relationships that create mutual value. It serves multiple key functions in both personal and professional growth, including number one, expanding opportunities. Number two, building trust and credibility. Number three, access to knowledge and resources. Number four, increasing visibility and influence. Number five, mutual support and growth. And number six, enhancing business development. In short, networking is about who you know, who knows you, and most importantly, who trusts you. I said it again. When it's done right, it's one of the most powerful tools for success in any field. And we expect on this in all of your courses, since this is crucial to what we do, and it should be crucial to every other person you're working with. So here's a case study for the power of networking and event and retreat planning. Julie was a client in the retreat industry struggling to fill her high-ticket event despite having a great program. By implementing strategic networking, we transformed their approach and saw game-changing results. We leveraged existing relationships to secure influential partners who promoted the retreat. We connected with the right audiences through targeted collaborations, increasing attendance by 75%. And we built long-term partnerships, leading to multiple six-figure retreat opportunities. This proves that networking isn't just about meeting people, it's about creating the right relationships that open doors, drive revenue, and make events unforgettable. And I will tell you, you need to make sure that you have enough time to do all those things. A lot of people plan retreats and events, myself included, where you don't have the deadlines are not really the deadline of the event as much as the deadline of the room block or the venue or getting good prices on a flight or whatever it may be. So just make sure that you're giving an ample time for everyone and yourself when you're planning these. And why now? Napoleon Hill, one of my favorite people, he's the creator. If you don't know who he is, he's the creator of the Mastermind. He's the author of Think and Grow Rich. You probably know Sharon Lechter. If you've heard about her, she brought that to light. And the Napoleon Hill Foundation was created by Napoleon Hill and still runs today by people like David Meltzer, Sharon Lechter, Dr. Joe Vitale, and so many others that I've come to know personally and love that. So I know all these people in the Napoleon Hill. Do you? It doesn't matter because your network is your net worth and I'm part of your network now, right? So think about that. So write down 3 organization meetings or events that you're going to register for or attend to network in person or virtually this month. I want you to do that right now. So you're going to write 3 down. Take action here. Okay. So 3 things you're going to attend, virtually or in person. I prefer in person. I had 3 in person this weekend. It was a lot. I got a lot of business cards, but I gave out my digital business card and I teach you how to do that in my networking and my event courses. If you want to do that, but many of you have my OVU card. So if you have it and you want to check it out for yourself, you just go down to the bottom of the card and it takes you to the website. It's not an affiliate thing. So I want you to book a quick strategy call where we evaluate your business and start putting together the plan for you to get from where you are right now to your first 5-figure month or whatever it may be, whatever your goals are. This is where we can look. This is what we can look at. And we want to see what your current audience size is and your situation, your offer, your niche, your price points, and evaluate to see and your sales page, your landing page, to see where we need to go from there and what you're at as quickly as possible, scaling your business. A lot of people ask me what I use for my sales pages. I have a Go High Level called Catalyst and it has AI integration. So it's amazing. I can drop the link in the chat so that you have that. Here's some false beliefs for you. I need a massive budget to host a successful event. False. The right strategy doesn't require overspending. It requires smart execution. Here's another one. I can just host an event and people will come. No, I haven't even tried that. Events must be strategically designed for engagement and conversion. Here's another false belief. Virtual events are just as good. No, they're not. Virtual events serve their purpose, but they miss the human connection, sensory engagement, and lasting impact of in-person experiences. So they are good for the global network. They're good to reach out, but then it's most of the big virtual coaches and teachers, they actually do in-person events as well. Like they'll do a mastermind or something included. And I'm going to be doing that as well. So you would be able to join us with our in-persons as we're going along with this virtual. Okay. So I don't have a big enough audience is another false belief. The right event structure attracts the perfect audience and builds authority. Oh, and here's my favorite last one. I'm not an event planner. You don't have to be an event planner. You need a framework that works step by step. So I don't know if I have that one on here. I actually need to add that. Okay, we have covered a lot today. How willpower, innovation, networking can transform your brand experiences. It's been a lot, I know, and thank you for being amazing audience. And here's my final thoughts. The WIN framework, willpower, innovation, and network, forms the foundation for creating extraordinary brand experiences. I want you to embrace each step, watch your impact grow exponentially, but this is just the beginning. The next step is to take action. I want you to book that strategy call and let's map out your unique journey. Or if you know or are ready to start with your WIN brand, we can certainly drop that link in the chat, but I'm way okay for you to book that call with me before you do that. I want to leave you with this. There were many moments I doubted everything I did and who I was going to succeed with in my new business. But using the WIN framework, I turned setbacks into breakthroughs. If I can do it, and I went through a lot, so can you. Let's create your success story together. The WIN framework, Willpower, Innovation, Networking, forms the foundation for creating extraordinary brand experiences. Just like Becca, Samara Beth's Paid to Vacation course is one that is completely filled with an immense amount of knowledge of how to put on your own retreat or event. The opportunities that I received while applying the information Samara Beth has taught has truly been incredible. She's able to meet you where you are, always open to questions, and the office work hours are created to help provide additional spaces to put in the work. So I highly recommend investing, working with Samara Beth, taking it seriously, put in the work, and you will see your dreams come true. So she's talking about office hours that I put forth for my groups and one-on-one. Who will be my next story that we can showcase? So you're invited. The success starts here with a clear roadmap. In just one session, we'll uncover your biggest opportunities and map out your path to creating high impact, revenue generating events and retreats. I'm excited to map out your steps in our one-on-one WIN strategy call. And you're going to receive free gifts when you sign up for courses, group, or one-on-one coaching. I know what it means to start over again and again. 13 cities, 30 homes, new faces, new places, new beginnings. Each time I had two choices, shrink or build. So I built. I built businesses, I built relationships, I built experiences that mattered. I learned resilience wasn't a buzzword, it was survival. I planned my first event with a baby in my belly and a toddler on my hip. I closed six-figure deals while folding laundry, and I built a brand while rebuilding me. Because life doesn't ask if you're ready. It doesn't wait until it's convenient. It doesn't care if you're scared, and neither does success. Success isn't handed out, it's created through strategy, through experience, through showing up. That's why I teach entrepreneurs, speakers, and coaches how to help brands that don't just get seen, but get remembered. Your brand isn't a logo, it's this feeling that you leave behind. It's all the senses, it's the experience that speaks before you do. It's what makes people lean in, listen, and never forget you. Here's one key moment that brought me to success using my process for each pillar. Willpower. I went from little bamboo to badass bamboo. Resilience required. Innovation. What's new and hot? Use of AI, attending meetings in industry organizations for events. Networking. I am out there all the time, attending events in person and virtually, some free, some paid for. Speaking on stages, which increases visibility, networks. My OVU digital business card goes right into my CRM, which goes into my phone. And so I have those contacts. I have that network. They're in my social media. Let me talk about obscurity real quick. So Grant Cardone's big on obscurity. Everyone who sees me in town on social media or virtual meetings and events, even family events, they say they see me everywhere. And I'm like, it's great. They say it's great that they're seeing me everywhere. So ask yourself, are you unforgettable? Are you being seen? Or do people know you? Or do you just know them? Okay. So if not, let's change that. We are your high impact revenue generating events because we are the key, actually, because we know how to start, grow, and scale these events. You're not just working with Samara Beth, you're benefiting from decades of knowledge, networks, and other coach teachings that help Samara Beth and company and may help you. We are very big on collaboration with other retreat and event planners as well, and people within all the industries, coaching industries, as well as the events and retreat industries. So your next big transformation starts now, whether you're planning a brand event or simply want to elevate your strategy. I'm here to help. Step into your future with confidence. Clarity creates momentum. Build your one-on-one WIN strategy call to map out your next steps and receive free Ultimate Retreat Workbook digital download. After the call, we send you the digital download. So let's build something that the world's going to remember. We want to determine the best starting point to help your business evolve. So I really want to see you at that call. And before we finish, I just want to show you what the Ultimate Retreat Workbook looks like and the bucket list planner. And so that you can see there we are. Hello. So this is the Ultimate Retreat Workbook. And it's fantastic because, well, that was a blank page, the last page. It's fantastic because it shows you, there's a big note from me, and it teaches you the TRIPS modules. That is what we're going to teach you, the principles that we teach you in the Retreat Revenue Masterclass. And this is a lot of the handouts in a book, but there's a lot more added value into it. This is my baby. You can get it on Amazon and for print, and then you get the digital version for free after our one-on-one call. And then this is also available on Amazon, the Ultimate Paid Vacation Bucket List Planner. Sorry, I've been talking so much. And this is really fun too. And really, this is good for all ages. Like my daughter, she fills this out. She likes it. And she's 15. So everybody has bucket lists. Everybody needs a checklist. It's even got packing checklists in there. And there's a lot of education and knowledge in there too. So we have also our intimate guide to intimate coaching retreats, which is another book that is available for e-download. So there's a lot of links here. So we'll go through what works for you. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. Don't worry about it. Everything has a little step. And when you sign up for group programs and one-on-one coaching, you get these for free anyway. So you can sign up and get them, or you can buy them on Amazon and we can send you the link. It's also located, it will be located on my website. So I want to thank you guys all for coming. This was just an absolute joy, and I'm going to let you all go. It's a busy day, but thank you again for coming, and have a wonderful day. Make sure it's eventful in a positive way. And I look forward to having those one-on-one calls. We're dropping that link in the chat again so that you can click on that. We'll also send it out to you by email. Thank you so much. Have a great day.